Hello, everybody. Welcome to our session, to our workshop for ChatGPT hype. As you know, artificial intelligence is more than ever in our lives. And today I want to introduce you our two speakers. We have Bertrand Laforgue he's the CEO of Converso. And we also have Alexander Wahler from Onlim. And they will talk about ChatGPT and knowledge graphs today. For Q&A, I will ask you to use our Slido tool. As you know, you can find it on the right side of the stream of the video, and you can ask questions with your name or anonymously. But before that, I will ask you two questions, and we will see what kind of people are sitting in the room together with us. And so the questions will be seen shortly. Yeah, and here we see who is joining this workshop today. Just write a short message in it that we can take a look at you in the audience. And I will hope we have a good workshop today. And we will start with Alexander and with ChatGPT hype complements conversational AI. So, okay, maybe Alexander, you can tell us how do you think about ChatGPT and why are you working on it?
Yeah, so we are a conversational AI company, already 8 years developing our platform, have a lot of customers in that space, and it's of course now the hype coming up with ChatGPT is something where we really are quite happy that AI gets into mainstream. Everything that we built so far, also our application can now be put actually to the next level, and it's an exciting time for us. And we are quite happy also to show today here a little bit more of what we are doing, but also go beyond the hype a little bit and maybe the mainstream articles that you read daily in the newspapers.
And Bertrand, maybe a short introduction from you.
Yes, good morning, everyone. Very happy to be with you. Bertrand Laforgue, the CEO of Converso, Conversational AI platform. We've been in this field since 2017, based in France, and with many customers using our platform, and also excited to extend the potential of conversational AI with the power of large language model.
And now we want to ask our audience the first question: are you working already with ChatGPT? Yeah, as you know, for me as a project manager of the Regional Innovation Agency of the Government of Tyrol, we tried it also out, and we see there are a lot of components that are interesting us. But are you already working with ChatGPT? Just press the yes or no button, and meanwhile, you will do that. I think Alexander will start the presentation, and I will share the experience with us.
So we are waiting for the results.
"16 people already voted. 18, okay, now. So I see the results are that more than 2/3 of the people are already worked with ChatGPT, which is quite interesting. And I see we have also a second question. I want to ask that too. Are you already using chatbots? So chatbots is, as you know, you can use it on the web or on the phone. There are different examples, and we will see how will that go. Okay, oh, that's interesting. 14 people voted already and say that it's like 50-50. half of them use chatbots and half of them not. So Alex, so maybe you can tell us why chatbots and artificial intelligence have a natural connection, and why AI is useful for chatbots.
Okay, good. Thanks, Fritz, for the introduction, and also, of course, the audience already for the first voting here. So what I will present today is I would like to give a little bit background on the hype, because I think many people, as we have seen also in the voting, tested ChatGPT. I think most of you will know already a little bit what is behind it, but also when we are out in the market and talking with customers, everybody is, of course, has created a kind of task force for this topic, what to do here, but there is a lot of still open questions that people are asking, how they can use it, how they can use it in their strategy, how they can complement it with their data strategy, how they can build actually also practical applications. And what I will do now in this 15 minutes, I will give you a little bit of background on the one hand, what you can do already, but also how you can complement it and use it with your existing data strategy, especially in case you build already quite good digitalization streams, what kind of data you have, and also how you connect it actually with the fact knowledge that you maybe have in your company with Knowledge Graph, and what is the advantage out of it. So so overview of the short presentation. What is a great conversational experience? So we, of course, would like to get human-like conversations, but we would also like to get conversations out with a maximum knowledge and facts. So our conversations should be true, trusted, and everything that you need here. And I will present you a proposal, so how you can combine Knowledge Graph as your fact knowledge with large language models. So, short introduction of Onlim. I'm co-founder and CEO of Onlim. We are founded 2015. We are an academic spin-off coming out of Tyrol, University of Innsbruck. We are 40+ expert already. We have really well-known customers in the different verticals. So we are agnostic with our platform, what we are doing. And we have customers in the utility sector, logistics sector, but also tourism. So it's really quite a broad range of really great companies. And the platform, what we are providing, is our conversational AI platform. It has a knowledge graph platform to manage your data. And then, of course, a full conversational part of the platform that you get access of your data in natural language. And we are managing already quite a lot of transactions per month. So that means we really have a good usage of our products here. And it's the different streams we are implementing are mainly chatbots, but also search widgets and also voice assistants. So, but coming back to the topic of this workshop today. So I think what everybody has seen recently is when ChatGPT has been launched November last year, it dictates changes here, because it's a complete new way how we interact and also not interact. So chatbots have been around quite a long time, but what you get now is really this very, very nice question and answering user experience. And also the changes they are implementing are not only changes that they did in the first launch, but the questions and answers are getting better and better. And also new features are coming around the corner nearly every couple of weeks, like also those plugins that you can integrate your services and take it from there. On the other side, and this is, I think, the nice thing, it's not only one company that is here really launching those changes. All the big companies are really following with full speed. It's Google, but also Amazon, Facebook, and quite good, we also get now in this space open source solutions. And when you read the latest news and also documents that have been leaked last weekend by Google researcher, those open source solutions for large language models are even better. or at least on the same level. And this brings us actually really to a great dynamics in this space, what we can do. And I think the open question, and this is what we would like to discuss. Are you just a pilot or not? Are you the pilot? Are you a co-pilot, as Microsoft says, or is it, are you just a passenger? And on the other hand, of course, also what are the risks here? What is going on with your data and how you want to use it in a proper way? So the main thing, what changed here, and this is also, I took here a slide as an image from an article that was launched actually by The Verge end of March this year. And it's actually the new user experience that we have. And it's also not the user experience, it's also the engineering that we are doing here. We call it prompt engineering. So, you know, all the prompt, as you have seen here, all the guys that have been maybe longer in the market already know it from the good old internet days, where you put a command and get something back. And what we have here, we can put a command, and the concrete, when the command is very concrete, we get a very concrete message back. And same is also what we can do actually via the interfaces. So as an engineer, you can send something there, you get an answer back. And this leads actually really the complete new user experience that we are having here. And everybody knows user experiences and change is also something, it's a success factor for the change. So the first graphical hypertext browser was a breakthrough for the internet. I think the Apple phone, everybody knows, was a turning point for the smartphone market. So everybody actually uses these phones. And also on the online portals like Booking.com, Shopify, they influence actually how we're doing the online booking. And what does it mean now in the case of ChatGPT and Co? It's for us a clear path towards conversational user interfaces. And this is what we are doing also as Onlim, but that means information, but also executing task is done via conversation. So you ask a question, you get back an answer. You have a service request, you ask, please do that for me, you get back if the service was fulfilled or the task was fulfilled. And this is actually the new way how the big changes are actually introduced here into AI. Sorry. So what does it take now for a good conversational experience? So first of all, we need language understanding. And when we have a request in a conversation, we need to understand what is this request, what is this context about, what is the ability actually to provide a proper answer. And on the other hand, we always need data. That means if you want to answer a question, you need to get facts or you need to get knowledge about the facts. And data should be actual. That means nobody wants to get old results. Big problem also with ChatGPT that we have, that those results are coming out of 2021. But also you want to get local data. That means a kind of regionality. So from your country, from your local provider, and so on and so on. So, and this is quite important part. And this is also what we learned actually from the chatbot industry. So just that the chatbot understands the question doesn't mean that the chatbot can answer the question here. And this is actually how we in Onlim have built actually our chatbot. So we have said, okay, we first need to build up a big knowledge base with our enterprise, with the enterprise data of our customer. Then we are figuring the natural language understanding, we are running the dialogue, we are querying it, and then we are providing back an answer here. And what has changed here, and I will show you a little bit, is that some of the black boxes that you see, we can complement now with large language models, and that means we get a really faster onboarding here in the configuration, but also we get proper answer in the dialogues. And this is really the great thing, what is happening at the moment when we are combining those technologies. So what does it mean now? As I said, understanding needs, we need a proper excellent speech understanding here. And chatbot platforms, as you know, they are around. So we have those type of intent recognition system like Dialogflow, Watson, Rasa. And now the next level of those natural language understanding will be large language models, because they will support us very quickly in case we do it in the right way to understand what is the question. So sorry, they don't understand what the question is because they do it with statistical methods, and they provide us. And if you point them to the right text snippet or to the right task, what they should do it, a really proper answer to it. Yeah. So what are the advantages now of those large language models? So the advantages are actually you get human-like responses here. You can access large general knowledge. You can perform simple tasks in a very, very short way and can get a general answer. But also disadvantages we have here with the large language models, and this is data quality, actuality of the data. That is also of course, bias, incompleteness. So you have to take care about discrimination against groups. There's no access to facts. And of course, working with the large language models for these big companies, you have to take care of your data so that you have proper GDPR contracts, that you don't provide actually your data that is confidential, and that you keep your data. And the current requirements for those individual solutions are the models are still complicated. You need huge amounts of data. So I think everybody has read the articles, what those big companies are processing, what are the costs on their side. But also here, we see the changes, what I introduced in the beginning. So the open source models that we are seeing now might change this so that we can really use large language models also to perform smaller tasks. And on the other side, we have the factual knowledge. So this is the knowledge graph. And why are the knowledge graphs so important? That means when you have the large language models, you're giving your data in a black box. That means you're sending the data there. They are doing something with your data. You get your answer back. The answer might be wrong or true. So it's rather difficult maybe to validate it. You're needing those references. And this is exactly what the knowledge graph can provide here. So the knowledge graph will provide you a modern way of data management. That means you can link your data, and the difference to the large language models, that is pure statistical methods, is the semantics of the knowledge graph. That means in the knowledge graph, we have semantics on it. We know how each node is and the data are connected with a proper description. The description is hopefully standardized, and this gives you a really great source of your data. And the knowledge graph is transparent for you as a company because it's tangible. You see your data, you can export your data, and it's not like a black box like the large language models are. But at the end of the day, and this is actually my message actually for this talk here, it's always a combination. And in technology, it's not always a kind of either or decision that you say, okay, how are you building the best application? And it's most quite often a combination. And therefore, what we are doing, and also I think what is also well recognized by the big players, but also analysts and in literature, we are combining knowledge graphs with large language models. And on the one hand, this gives us the power of the knowledge graph so that we have all the fact search. We can also using the facts to check results, maybe from general knowledge via the large language models. And on the other hand, what we are using the large language models is exactly that we are that we can onboard unstructured data rather quickly, that we get this textualization of unstructured data to structured knowledge, that we can use a lot of applications like summary of unstructured data and question answering quite quickly. And this gives us the power that we really can build in this combination applications out of company data in a manner that ChatGPT is actually providing in a rather big large world knowledge phase to any company data and any company knowledge, and not only getting this question and answering system, but at the end performing any AI task really and also execute tasks here, services, whatever you want to do here. And how this looks like. So I asked in the back, please start with the video. So what we have built here is actually a short, I don't see the video on my side. Do you see it already?
We will see it.
Yeah. Okay, all right. So I will talk to the video. So what you see in the video is a simple question and answering system. What we can do now in the platform, and everybody who is interested, just contact us. We can take any document that you have or any data source that you give us. You can either upload the data source, you can provide it in a file system, whatever is an appropriate way. And what we can do, we take those documents, process it, slice it, put it in the knowledge graph, and then we are capable within a couple of minutes to provide a question and answering upon those data. And this is exactly the type of user interface that ChatGPT provides to us at the moment. It's also we include, of course, the reference so that you know where is the answer is coming from. And the main difference, what we are providing here is actually, we are not using the knowledge actually of ChatGPT, where you have no clue what is in there, what will be the answer of the day, but it will be a very structured infrastructure here that you can use your data. You define what should be the answer that is created in this question and answering system, what is the data that you want to process here, but it gives you nevertheless the power and the user experience actually that you are used for the, in terms of these first applications, how you know and how you see also ChatGPT. And this brings me actually to my final slide. So I think I'm hopefully in time. And our vision, and this vision is not only something, I put this slide already, I used it for a couple of months, or so I think more than a year now. And I think I have to change it rather soon because what we see, it's of course super intelligence for conversations. And it's, I think, the main thing is rather straightforward. You have data, you want to build knowledge out of this data. And what you want to do is actually information querying. You want to analyze this data, but you also want to execute tasks. You want to use it for decision making, or you just want to have a conversation out of fun. And I think with these latest developments that we see now in ChatGPT with the large language models, but also in combination with all the tools that are out there and that have been built, and especially also knowledge graphs, we are getting closer there. And I think it will be a great change that is ahead of us. And I'm very excited personally. And I also see the excitements in all the customer meetings that I'm running. And in that sense, it's really quite a change that is going on. Thanks a lot for your attention. And I think we are taking questions at the end of the session, and looking forward to the presentation of Bertrand. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Alex. Maybe I have a short question meanwhile from the attendants. I wanted to address the elephant in the room. Yeah, so there was one question about data protection. How we can ensure the data protection when we're using ChatGPT. Yeah, there's a lot of going on, a lot of in the news. if you are sharing your information with ChatGPT, what do you think about it?
I think at the moment when you're using ChatGPT and you share the information with ChatGPT, you don't know what is going on with your information. I think this is rather clear. But you can also use these large language models in a quite enterprise setup. So that means, for example, Microsoft is providing this already. You can use the Microsoft Azure OpenAI services. This is also what we are doing. And also, as I said, there are more large language models coming up. We are also testing other large language models. We will definitely provide some of those models in our infrastructure rather soon. And that means we can provide the same comfort at the end of the day that everybody's used, that the data is protected. And I think it's quite important because nobody likes that you send your confidential data for training and learning to an application, and you don't have any clue what are they doing about it. And I think it's an important part to really manage it sensitive, but there are solutions available how you can manage it.
Okay. Maybe I will tell the exact question also Pedro after his presentation. We also have a question for you in the attendance before Pedro will start his presentation. And after Pedro's presentation, we can take also some questions. So here it is. Are you considering generative artificial intelligence to improve the performance of customer care, customer service in your company? Did you already did it, think about it, or do you think, I don't know? So we have some answers already, but not that much. So please answer it. So 6, 7 people, it's climbing. But we already see that about 2/3 of the people, Pedro, don't really know what AI has to do with customer care. Oh, now it's 50-50. Okay, 50% using it, but more than 50% don't know or don't use it. So
okay,
tell us about it, why it's useful.
Yeah, so that's a great challenge for this session. So I will talk specifically about the transformation that is happening in call center, contact center, customer care, whenever you're taking care of your customers and you would like to apply generative AI to improve the performance of your contact center. So 4 major points in this presentation. Number 1, I'll talk about the market opportunity. What does it mean in terms of transactions? The volume of transaction that we have on call center worldwide, and specifically on customer care. So we have a better understanding of what it means. Then we'll talk about Konverso, who we are, what we do. We'll see some demo about how our solution improve the contact center experience for contact center agent and customers, and I'll talk about some customer stories. So contact center transformation. These are data provided by Bain Company, which is a major consultancy company. And these are data about the customer relationship market. This is an overview, and that present the graph on the left-hand side, present the evolution of the numbers of interaction, whether they're human or automated, across all sectors worldwide. And that present the data from 2015 to a forecast of 2026. And so what you can see in blue is that this is the numbers of transaction managed by human in billions. So in 2015, you have roughly 215 billion interaction managed in contact center with customers. A vast majority are managed by human, but they are just growing at a very low level, roughly between 2% and 1% over the next 10 years. On the opposite side, the full growth of interaction will be managed and absorbed by automation and by bots. And so roughly the growth is between 25 and 30% over the next 10 years, growing from 15 billion to a staggering 136 billions of interaction managed by bots. Then if we drill down on this data, we can see that the vast majority of these customer relationship interactions are related to the customer care topic. So left-hand side, this is the level of automation by type of interaction in 2020. Where you can see that customer care represent roughly about 64% of the total interaction, and where only 15% of these interactions are automated. But the forecast is that customer care will remain at the overall 64% of all transactions, but 45% of all the interaction for customer care will be automated. So that's the big market opportunities, and that explain, that give you the sense of where customers intend to automate and bring bots to automate their business process. Now, if we look at what customers are expecting from AI overall, there are five major expectations from customer vis-a-vis conversational AI. Number one, they want to better leverage their data in order to get insight, in order to make better forecasts. The second element is that they want, out of their data, they want to make intelligent routing, whether it's for calls or a ticket. They want to route that incoming query or incident from a customer to the right expert in case that query is actually complex. As we saw with Alex before, they want to have a faster answer to customers. Customers want real-time answer 24/7, and that's why customers are expecting more value coming from chatbots, self-service, and search, as Alex explained. We at Converso will specifically focusing on the contact center agent productivities. Now customers are looking for ways and solutions to increase the productivity of their agent, because that's a very difficult job actually in the call center, and how the productivity will increase the experience from customers. And then finally, customers want to reduce their operational costs with automation, and this is more related to tasks that can be automated through robotic process automation. Now, Konverso, who we are, what we do, we provide solution, and we'll see our portfolio that can orchestrate AI and this new breed of generative AI with enterprise application, embedded into application, using enterprise data and leveraging enterprise knowledge in order to deliver exceptional business outcome. As you heard from Alex, ChatGPT does not connect to enterprise data, and you should not connect ChatGPT to your enterprise data. You need other AI model for that, and you need a platform in order to access the breadth of your knowledge and application and data with security, with GDPR compliancy to deliver exceptional outcome. As a conversational AI platform, we have customers in multiple industry. It can be public sector, it can be financial, like Newstar in the US. It can be education, like University of Texas Health in the US, or in France, like INRAE. Industrialized company like Veolia or Colas companies also in APJ are using our solution. We've been benchmarked and ranked by analysts such as the Everest Group and Forrester, and we have major technology partnership in order either to type into a large language model like Azure OpenAI with partnership with Microsoft, or tap into data that are in ServiceNow and other application and make sense of it. And we're heavily investing in security, and will be SOC 2 compliant in a couple of days. In terms of solution portfolio, what you can see is our solution portfolio is totally aligned with the expectation from customers to improve and better run their contact center with one conversational AI platform. We have solutions that are aligned with persona. So we have chatbot for a better customer experience. We have virtual agent to boost the productivities of employee. We have agent assist and intelligent triage and routing to improve the performance of contact center agent. All of that on one single AI platform. Now let's deep dive into the solution that we provide, and by first addressing the kind of challenges that we are resolving with our solution. If you're looking at a typical contact center, a contact center agent has a very difficult job. This person has a very difficult job because he has to deal with interaction with anxious customers that are contacting the call center through email, instant messaging, phone, and self-service portal. These customers are anxious, they want real-time answer, and this is a very, very stressful job. And therefore, companies are confronted with agent attrition in the industry. On the average, agent attrition is roughly about 30%. Then the cost of onboarding is increasing because of salary inflation. And also there is a war of talent, and it's very difficult to recruit the right talent. And mostly they're coming with less skills while they have to respond to a higher numbers of domain to customers. And therefore it results in performance and quality of service that might decline. And the key performance indicators that companies use to measure the performance of their call centers is first call resolution, net promoter score, average handle time, and more. And so Agent Assist, our solution, is specifically helping customers to address those issues. And so now we're going to see a demo of our solution. And so in that demo, you will see how our conversational solution brings and gives superpower to a contact center agent. This is a customer, a frustrated customer that has a broken mobile device and start the digital journey by using a form on an internet website. And this form where in 3 texts, the customer is going to explain his problem. This is going to result in a ticket in a CRM system. This ticket will be first addressed by our AI before the human does it. And with our platform, with enterprise data, the generative AI is going to formulate a personalized response for the customer. And in particular, it will leverage through our platform enterprise knowledge. In that case, the enterprise knowledge is in a wiki, in a Confluence wiki. And the combination of our solution and generative AI is the ability to find the right article in the knowledge base, in the enterprise knowledge base, in your knowledge base, extract the right element and insert it in the response. So 80% of the job of the contact center agent is done and prepared by our AI, and human now only have to supervise the proposal made by their personal assistant to get the job done. And this is how we are increasing the performance of contact center. And this is just one example. In the slides, you can see how our conversational AI platform orchestrate a business process and improve a business process where it actually log into your CRM system. It checked for the new customer ticket based on a status. It will then leverage our NLP solution and analyze the data, the specific free text data in the ticket in order to identify intents. Then it will connect to your enterprise knowledge, where it will search for the most relevant article and finds it and bring it then to the generative AI. And with the prompt that you define in our platform, you will ask the knowledge model, which is a GDPR compliant large language model, to perform a specific task, which is to generate a personalized response and prepare it for your contact center agent. And that proposal will be then posted in the right CRM field in your ticket, and then our platform will update the ticket status. And this is what we mean with orchestrating your application, your knowledge, your data securely with all the GDPR compliance and generative AI. Now we'll talk about customer stories. And I first want to start with the fact that all of our customers are looking for an impact. They're looking for ways to improve their key performance indicators. And so if you log on our website, you'll find ROI calculators where you can input your hypothesis and then get a perspective on the ROI that the solution can generate for you. So you can log on www.converso.ai to calculate your potential ROI. And I will talk about two customer stories. The first one is a company called Econocom in France. I've selected two customers that provide two different view of the market. Econocom is a fairly large company with 7 million contacts per year and 1,000 contact agents. And on the other side, NowBrains is a mid-sized company with 50,000 contacts per year on the contact center with 500 mid-sized customers. The key message here is that generative AI and AI applies to all kind of customers, whether you're a mid-sized company or you're a very large company. And so Econocom, it faced the typical challenges that I explained before. They have agent attrition because the job is very difficult, and it's difficult for them to find the right talent and also to onboard them really fast so that they can perform. So their job is actually to deliver IT service desk to their client in France and also all over Europe. So they selected our Agent Assist solution, and they selected the voice solution. That means that our Agent Assist solution that you saw before is connected to their IVR system, and in real time can recommend the most relevant knowledge article for the agent, and therefore simplifying the job of the agent, reducing the average handling time and increasing the performance during the call of that agent, resulting in improved agent onboarding. And NowBrains is a company that has 550,000 contacts per year. Their challenges was to reduce operational cost and improve their customer experience. They actually wanted AI to also help them win more market and differentiate themselves on the marketplace with a more modern contact center. And they selected our Agent Assist solution with intelligent routing, and they had several phases in their project. One was to basically reduce their L0 with intelligent routing, driving contact to the right expert. And then in phase 2, beyond routing the ticket, being able to automatically answer to customers' inquiry with knowledge that is either specific to a customer or global for all of their customers. And they have massively reduced their L0 cost by 50%. And this is where I end my presentation, and thank you, and I'm very happy to take your question.
Thank you, Bertrand. Also now, again, for you in the audience, you can scan the QR code and take your questions to our speakers. Firstly, I told you before, I will ask you the same question as Alex. Why do you think those AI in the customer relationship management tool is really data protective, like DSVGO, Datenschutzgrundverordnung compatible, as we say in Austria and Germany. Is it like the same Alex said, that you should cut the connection to the internet, or?
Yes. I mean, ChatGPT is definitely not for enterprise. This is not a solution meant for enterprise. This is not RGPD compliant, especially for European customers. I mean, your data directly goes in the US. So we use, for customers who are cloud native, we use Azure OpenAI. And as a Microsoft partners, we have access to this, and so there are numbers of models available in Europe on in European infrastructure, with a commitment from Microsoft that the data doesn't go out in the US, and the data will not be used to retrain the model. So this is fully secure. And we're also building our own infrastructure with the large language model of our choice, which will enable us to have a more granular control on this, and to fine-tune this more specifically for our customers.
So you have to train your own data and your own people.
So you can perform additional training, and you have the full control on the large language model and the fine-tuned model that you can perform on top of it.
Okay. You showed us your solution of the product. What do you think is in general is the best way? That was one question to start such a project. What are the preconditions?
So, we position ourselves with solutions that can perform multiple use cases for customers, and customers are not all in the same situation. And so the first element to do is really to sit down, and together we analyze the most promising use cases. We prioritize them based on value and simplicity to be implemented, and then we pass all the security aspect with IT, and then we implement the solution for customers. We define jointly, in general, a roadmap where we start with the first use case, and then we grow with usage and value for our customers, which increase the ROI for them.
What do you think? How long does it take to implement such a project? If you start till first solutions?
Oh, first solution, now with generative AI, because we have so many pre-built connectors into enterprise application, enterprise knowledge, it becomes really, and that the large language model are so powerful that it has reduced massively the amount of time to get from the selection of the use case to the implementation. So now we're talking about weeks as opposed to months in the past.
Okay. Only weeks.
No, but you can get first solutions out quite quickly, but it's of course, as also Bertrand just described, at the end of the day, it's an enterprise software solution, something that has quite well-defined use cases, that is integrated with a lot of data. But now with the large language models, the onboarding time really is reduced significantly, and when you want to see first results, you can get it out already within a couple of hours. So this is really going fast, but of course enterprise solutions take some time. Also you have interactions with departments, use cases, integration, security, and all the stuff that you need to consider at the end of the day, of course.
I have a question also from the audience for you, Alex. Someone is asking if ChatGPT evolves with version 4, 5, 6, and so on. What is the knowledge graph still doing as a solution on the market then? So how you can combine the knowledge graph in the future world of AI, and it's still a solution.
So knowledge graph is part of the AI. It's the symbolic AI part in that sense, in Converso, where you have clear defined semantics in it, and on the other hand, the statistical part as the large language models are. And I think I have a rather short answer to it. If you want to get control of your data, use the knowledge graph as a fact knowledge. If you want to get everything in a black box that is out of control from your side, then you can go to ChatGPT. And this is actually the point how you as an enterprise want to manage your data at the end of the day. And therefore, we are convinced the combination of both is the solution. And fact knowledge is something that is also complementary to statistical knowledge, because there is, if you have something really described, validated, maybe in some cases by humans, then it's different knowledge than just statistical results. And also, I think what we described today, hopefully very clearly, is the big difference between ChatGPT as a global solution provided now by OpenAI, or also maybe Google in some days coming up with a search bot here, and an enterprise solution. And here you have to apply different requirements, rules, how you take actually, how you implement it.
I want to ask one more question. It's half funny. So Alex, you would now told us about black box and AI and chatbots. There was one question and one not so funny thing. One Marcena told us that she had conversation in the Bing chat, and she didn't see, after she's re-entering the Bing chat, what she already told him, or what they were talking about. And one other guy says, is this the chance for text adventures again? It's what I don't know. It was after my computer playing game experiences, but at the beginning of computer games, you will you enter prompt, and then you get an answer in the story. So it feels like the old Bing, yeah. So because you're entering your questions and then you get an answer, and if you restart the game, you can start from the beginning. So my question is, I see that the knowledge graph will provide some solution, because you will show where the data is. But do you think it will be, as I say, the future, that they will show where they have the data from, also in Bing chats and all other conversational AI? What do you think about it?
I think the approach is, so when you, for example, take Google, Google also has a knowledge graph since 2012. They have built a knowledge graph out of the world knowledge that they're getting daily from websites and integrated services. And actually, this type of knowledge is quite a value. It's an asset, of course, and on the other hand, yes, and I think this is clearly also from mathematics point of view, it's a statistical methodology. And if you say, okay, I don't need the other point because we are moving something where we take all the mess that we have in our digitalization and documents and put it in one box and see what the machine is doing, then if you want to go that future, but then it's a different story. But as I don't see it at the moment, I think we are still in a supervised AI mode. And this is also when you see all the European discussions, how to control things, how to manage things. This is also, I think, the feedback that enterprises, but also society gives a clear answer how they would like that the technology guy manage those things.
Thank you. I have one more question, and it is upvoted 5 times, so maybe it's very important. Michael asked us if you can show us some cool prompts, or at least tell about it. What is the shortest way to learn cool prompts for my usage in the office or in the marketing department? Maybe Bertrand, you are nodding, so maybe you can.
Yeah, well, we had we have something that we call prompt engineering awareness session. So where with our team, we deliver 45-minute session to client and prospect who want to learn about prompt engineering and cool prompt. And we have a number of them already in our library, in our platform. Can be for marketing and for others. In the example I gave you, it was a prompt where the prompt was you are a contact center expert in the telco industry, and you have to answer in 200 words token maximum to customers, and you have to leverage those insights from the knowledge base. And also in the prompt that we have, we made an example with one of our prospect where we can, when we ask the large language model to indicate the source of data used in order to provide the answer. So something that is not available in the ChatGPT, you can make it available when you use our infrastructure, our platform, combined with the large language model that we propose. You can define your own prompt, including give your source of data to respond to provide an answer. So these are cool things you can do. But you can connect on our website and ask for one of these prompt engineering sessions. We'll be happy to deliver it for you.
Okay, thank you, Bertrand. Maybe Alex, you can talk about chatbots, right?
Yeah. No, you can also go to. We are also using, our engineers are using the prompts, and what I learned from them internally in the platform, they build a 2-page prompt to execute the things, and it always depends. So the point is here, I think you really can do cool things, but of course you need a little bit background knowledge what you want to do here. And I think the prompts start from really getting from the user experience as an end user, getting clear feedback till really complex prompts where you want to execute data science tasks. And I think this is the powerful thing about the large language model, that you have really a broad range of what you can do at the end of the day here.
Okay, thank you for both of us. Thank you for the audience and being with us. We will end the session now because the next one will starting shortly. And thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.